last case opened in me a new fear, a real fear, a fear of myself, of what I am, and of what I've always been. All that I was is now lost. Hope, purpose, pleasure, all meaningless. I now walk in the shadows between worlds, and it is there I have finally glimpsed upon what lives in the dark corners of the earth.
I like the way you smile at me, baby. I like the way you smile at me, baby. So baby, don't you
Robert, this had better be good. What's the beef?
Sorry, Jack. We had to call. This fellow will only talk to you. Name's Victor Holt.
Don't know any. Victor?
He's the leader of this weird cult that moved in here a few months back. Got about 20 followers. They've been causing trouble all over town. Stealing, going through folks' trash, hanging around outside people's homes at all hours. No one ever presses charges, though. They're a screwy bunch. They've got the locals scared. So tonight, we were just passing, doing the normal rounds, when we heard gunshots fired from their property.
Gunshots? Hang on there. No one said anything about gunshots. Who have we got out here?
Yeah, just me, Nichols, and a few new recruits.
Well, that's just great. Lead the way, Robert. I better check out this crazy gang of yours. Standard police vehicle.
What's taking him so long? Something must be wrong.
Evening, Jack. Glad you could join the freak show.
How's it looking, Henry?
I don't like this one bit, Jack. Check the alley on the right. Victor Holt's over there in the shadows. He's waiting for you.
Can we trust him?
Nope, but we've got you covered. You better take it slowly, though. They're a bit twitchy.
Shit, Nichols is dead. As I continue to translate the narcotic fragments, I become more and more eager to contact my Yithian masters. These beings truly are gods to us. Their intellect and knowledge surpasses ours in ways impossible to comprehend. I know now just how insignificant mankind is in the universe, a doomed and simple species thrown up as a side effect of an experiment by the elder things. It is a blessing that such flawed creatures as ourselves have such a short and limited future. It's too dark to be sure, but that rotting smell tells me these shelves are used for storing food.
Keep shooting!
That symbol's strange. Looks almost like a flaming eye. I should take a closer look.
An old grandfather clock.
Over there, on the left!
It's locked. It won't open. It won't open.
At last!
Poisoning by the looks of it. Don't shoot. I'm unarmed.
Ah, we've been expecting you, Mr. Walton.
Damn, he recognized me, and it sounded like he was going to get on the level with what's going on in this joint. He's dead. Looks like a bad case of lead poisoning. It won't open. It won't open. It's locked. The key doesn't... It's unlocked. I don't understand. I mean, all of these photos. All of them. There must be some kind of mistake. Why would they want me here? It must be an old case. Something I've forgotten. Some screwball with a grudge, maybe. Think. I've gotta think. All these photos and clippings are of me. I just don't get it. Another key. This should from the dates on some of these clippings. This crazed mob must have been following me for years. Jesus, I'm a detective and I had no idea. It's unlocked. For nutcases, they seem quite literate. It appears to be these books are really old, and most of them are strange. The drawer holds an ancient, it looks like an eye, but the rest of the painting has no real shape. I don't have time to read. I'm a detective. There are definitely some strange sounds coming from this side of the room. Well, that's just swell. He's dead. The beam must have fallen and crushed his skull. Medical charts on the human anatomy. This sink would be used for scrubbing up. Dead bodies, and Plenty of them. Something dreadful has been going on down here. From the markings, he must have been one of their own. I wonder if he volunteered. Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment. Looks like his stomach. The contraption above seems to be controlling his breathing, his beating heart. Looks like his kidneys. They're moving around. Nothing of interest. This pipe must drain the waste from his intestines. Looks like his kidneys. They're moving around. Looks like his... Ah! It's too hot to pick up. Good God. It's too hot to touch. I've never seen such equipment before. Who could have made such a machine? Oh, shit. I'm not touching it again. At least he's out of his misery. At least he's out of his misery. The crystal's still warm. There's no power. This tunnel feels like it's gonna collapse at any moment. It's too hot to touch. I think it's being used as a power source for the machine. There's no power. It looks like something's been removed from it. It's been more than 6 years since I entered that strange house in Boston. But to me, it was just 5 months ago. Amnesia, the doctors called it, probably brought on by acute mental stress. I remember investigating the far side of the library. There was screaming. According to the police report, they had searched the house for hours, only to find me later collapsed on the floor. When my eyes opened and I spoke, my colleagues recoiled in fear. There was something unnatural in my voice and blank gaze. They committed me to Arkham Asylum, where I was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. As it became clear that I presented no danger to either myself or others, I was released from the asylum's care. I have learned little of my activities in the 6 years that followed. The accounts I've been able to piece together show much of my time was spent in travel and study. I maintained a fanatical infatuation with the occult, delving deep into volumes concerning witch cults and dark legends, often in languages unfamiliar to my own. When I reawakened 5 months ago, exactly 6 years after entering that house in Boston, no trace was left of what had been a secondary personality. I was myself again, or at least what I believed myself to be. Return to normal life has been a painful process. recent days, my dreams have been plagued by cosmic landscapes, and I've become fearful of my own reflection. I'm beginning to remember things from that day, more than 6 years past, that I've told no one else.
Jack Walters.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson. I need your help finding a missing person.
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on. What exactly do you want from me, Mr. Anderson?
It's one of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Ryan Burnham. Nice lad. He disappeared recently from the First National grocery store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? Never heard of it.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham. I'd like to see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this what the hell? I'll be here all day anyway. Driver, how far to the stop?
It's almost there. I'll drop you at the town square in Innsmouth.
Why lock the gates?
Keeps out wanderers looking for work. We don't want those folks like that interfering with our affairs.
Is the bus from Arkham always this empty?
Aye, and we prefers it that way. Not many come to Innsmouth.
But what about trade? Surely the port needs business.
Innsmouth has the means to look after her own. This is it, stranger. End of the line.
Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest.
Stop your snooping. And there's for hotel staff only.
Evening.
Aye.
The name's Jack Walters. I'm just visiting.
You don't say, sir. Gilman. Charlie Gilman. I run this here hotel of an evening.
You got any rooms?
I'd not rightly know that for sure. All habits cleaning rooms at present. Them's from out of town can leave a horrid mess.
Talking to this fellow's getting me nowhere, and he's more than a touch creepy. If I need a room and I'm desperate, then I'll come back. Could you direct me to the First National grocery store? I hear they have a shop in town.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, well, you see, I'm looking for a young lad called Brian Burnham. I'm a friend of the family. He worked in the store.
Don't know who you're talking about, fella.
The First National's a large chain. You sure you haven't seen it?
I'm sure. Stop bothering me with questions.
The First National's a large chain. You sure you haven't seen it?
I'm sure. Stop bothering me with questions.
It won't open. It won't open. These are the offices of the local newspaper, the Innsmouth Courier. Evening, Constable.
Constantly, I'm busy. No time for fucking strangers.
I'm Detective Jack Walters. I've been hired by the regional manager of the First National.
And I'm Constable Burt, and I'm the law around these parts, and I'm still not talking to you. Now get lost. This ain't the place to be stood about. Move along.
If you could just answer a couple of questions.
I already told you once. Get lost before I have you arrested.
What the hell for?
Disrupting the peace.
I just want to know if you have any leads on the Burnham lad.
Nope, but I'm reckoning he's fled to Boston. Plenty of his type that way.
His type?
Troublemakers. Them's not respecting the law.
There's no proof he did anything wrong. If he had the keys, why break into his own store?
Just details. A missing manager in a robbed store makes him guilty by my reckoning.
He isn't gonna spill with anything you... It won't budge. It's the First National grocery store. It won't budge. It won't budge. It's a crime scene. The local law enforcement has blocked the main entrance. These posters are everywhere. I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Can't help you.
It won't open. Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Can't rightly say as I know him.
It won't budge. It won't open. It won't budge. The haberdashery is closed. It won't open. The store is closed. It's just an advertisement for the local Methodist church. It won't budge. It won't open.
In the Solins, Gallons, Mass. My boys, these are the joys of the noble and the brave, who love a life in the tempest strife, in the home of the mountain wave. When the driving rain of the hurricane puts the lights of the lighthouse out, and the growling thunder sounds its gong. Who's that there? Oh, can you spare a few pennies, young mister? I can give you something for your generosity.
Who are you?
Zadok, that be my name, though too few years it now. Zadok Allen.
Do you know a Brian Burnham?
Just a young'un. Worked over the store. He's gone. Killed, I reckon.
Killed? What makes you think that?
Them's from out of town running a store. Taking business from the Order of Dagon. They'd not accept that.
What else can you tell me about this port?
You just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice, and old Zadok will fill your ear.
It won't open. If you pardon my asking, have you lived here in this port all your life?
Less 37 years in old lady Warren's house. Before that, over by fishing cannery. Cannery.
Old lady Warren's house?
Go and fetch me a bottle of something to wet old Zadok's whistle, and I'll tell you all.
It's just a trash can. It's just a trash can. It won't budge. It won't budge. A seedy-looking bar called the Garden.
Do you think
Unfortunately, it's shut.
valiant shrink? No, we were bold and
It
brave.
won't open.
And we
It
loved
won't
the
open.
fights in the wild midnight, in the storm of the mountain waves. The timbers creak and
The old drunkard knows something. I don't think it would take much to get his tongue wagging. The window looks into some old passageway. The window looks into some old passageway. It won't open. It won't budge. Evening. The name's Jack Walters. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss...
Miss will do for now. Welcome to Innsmouth, Mr. Walters.
Thanks, I think.
Take my advice. Do what you must and then leave. Tonight. This port does not cater well to visitors.
While I appreciate your concern, miss, I can handle lousy hospitality.
Very well, Mr. Walters.
Hello again.
Mr. Walters.
Look, miss, I only want a conversation. There's no harm in that, right?
There's plenty of harm. It's not wise to be seen gossiping with outsiders.
How about playing dumb for a few minutes?
No.
Can you at least tell me if you knew the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Look here, Mr. Walters. I can't answer your questions, and your harassment is putting us both in danger. Please, leave me alone.
In danger? From whom?
The Order. Now go.
A storage depot. It's shut. It won't open. It won't open. It won't. Nothing of interest. It won't open. That bridge spans the Monuxet River. Oh God, some poor soul's hung herself. Why the hell hasn't she been taken down? She isn't going to tell me anything useful right now. Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked...
Just leave me be, stranger.
It won't open. The station appears to be closed. It won't budge. A device that pumps highly compressed air. It won't open. These posters are everywhere. It won't open. I'm looking for Brian
I can't be seen talking to you.
It won't budge. This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
Just leave me be, stranger.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked...
Can't say I noticed what you're saying, stranger.
It's the First National grocery store. It won't budge. The window's smashed. I can see what looks like an old darkroom. The door's bolted shut. The door's bolted shut. The door's bolted shut. Nope, nothing of interest. Can't see anything of use. It's a room used for developing photographs.
You can't come down there.
The police clearly don't want me snooping around. I need to be more careful. It won't budge.